topic on how child abuse and neglect affects adult success and academic achievements and what can be done about it. So, first of all, child abuse is the lack and failure to care responsibly for the needs and physical aspect of caring for a child. This includes like providing emotional and physical stability. And then there's many different types of child abuse. This includes physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, verbal abuse, sexual abuse, neglect. Even witnessing like someone being abused is considered like child abuse. And then in my research, I found out that there's a lot of long-lasting effects to child abuse and neglect, and then they proceed in adulthood. And yeah, man, this is my video. Is the website on there from my video? Remember? It's okay. I think it might work if I just click it on here. It might just be fine. Sorry for that. This is available.
Still?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to fix these working yesterday.
Okay, I don't know why it's not working, but I'll just basically summarize what it says. So it's this really professional doctor, and he basically explains like how certain life experiences and like child abuse, when they're present, when in their younger years, how it affects adults. And he talks about biochemical disease, like diabetes, obesity. He even mentions that like our lifespan is decreased because of this, and it provides like severe trauma, depression, all of these things that stay with us throughout adulthood. And then this is just a small sort of list that I made. There's like plenty of others that also go along with this, but some effects from child abuse and neglect that occur in adulthood. There's struggles with interpersonal and social relationships, depression, anxiety, fear, anger. There's a lot of outlashes. They can have severe mental disorders, like a lot of people struggle with PTSD. There's also physical disorders, like I mentioned, obesity, diabetes, health problems. This can occur with also heart attacks too. And like I said, short lifespan. And then a lot of the times when people are abused as children, it's a result from their parents being abused, so they don't know any other way to go about parenting and parent their child. And it's a lot of re-victimization and generational habits. And this just keeps going on and on because that's the only way they know how to parent. Lack of underachievement. A lot of people who are abused as children also, this is really interesting, they have a more likelihood of dropping out of high school and dropping out of college. And so that's where like the lack of success in academic achievement comes from. And then this is my political cartoon. And I just thought this perfectly represents kind of like how adults are struggling with this, even though there's like not a lot of help to go along with it. And this just shows like stress, aggression, hate, shame, unhappiness, and like it even shows how it's like affecting other people around them. And this is obviously an example of physical abuse. And then there's not really a whole lot of like positive effects from child abuse, but things I did find from like opposing views are like what really is classified as a child abuse and like what would that contain. Others also like view it as controversial that child abuse can affect adulthood, and they think that maybe it might be other circumstances that affect it later in their life. And sometimes people even shy away from reporting child abuse because they don't know how to, they don't know who to ask for help, and so there's a lot of unreported cases. And then my thoughts is going along with this. I definitely agree that child abuse does affect people in their adult years, and it does really like detain from their life. It prevents them from growing and developing as an adult and succeeding. It leads to academic struggles and success. And then my solution, I just think there needs to be a lot more awareness and like help for people who have struggled from child abuse and neglect, and like therapy and treatment. And there needs to be no re-victimization. So child abuse can be easily prevented and like helped with and like coped with better. And a lot of that is just like not abusing your children, and like even if you were abused, to not proceed to do that just like your parents did to you. And this is